Fish lovers, I've got something special for you. A little bit of spiciness, some tanginess. We're bringing you guys an Escovitch fish with my twist, of course. I'm Chef Winston and welcome to Floribbean cuisine. Let's get cooking. Escovitch fish, that's right. The Escovitch fish that a lot of people are accustomed to is a fried piece of fish. Fried snapper, you can do a lot of different types of whole fishes like that. What I'm using this time, I'm gonna use a mahi, but instead of frying it, I'm gonna grill this. I'm gonna put my little twist to it. By grilling it, it introducing a little hint of smokiness in there, a little bit different application, but it's gonna be oh so good. So what I got, like I said, I got a nice piece of mahi-mahi, fresh Florida fish for that Floribbean cuisine, of course. What I'm gonna do next is this. I got some oil. I'm gonna season this mahi with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna season it. We're gonna smear it with some olive oil. We're gonna season it with my jerk seasoning. I've got a hot version and I got a mild version. This is the mild version we're gonna put on here because when you see the other applications, more spices being added. So we're just gonna give it a little touch of this, okay? And this here has all kind of beautiful, beautiful ingredients in it. So we're gonna turn that over. A little bit of oil, get both sides. You want both sides. You don't season one side of your food, you season both sides, right? So what I got going on here, you can do this on the outdoors and if you got a grill, but for this purpose application I've got me a grill pan. Check this out. A grill pan that I'm heating up, and I'm gonna put my fish right on here. Look at this. Nicely seasoned. Yes. Stick it on here. Let that start grilling. This grilling here got this fish looking really, really good. Look at that. Can you see that? The flavors are embedding inside. Also, one thing I want to put on there that I forgot to put on the other side, but it's not too late. I like to introduce a zest of lime on this. So I got my excuse me, my microplane. The spices is getting to me. It's so good. My microplane. Put on here. What I'm doing, I'm just taking the zest on this to introduce another layer of flavor on this. Right there, tap it in, and it smells so fruity already with the citruses. So we're gonna turn this over. Look at that. Looking beautiful, looking beautiful. Now, what we're gonna do, I've got the oven set at 350 degrees. We're gonna stick it in there so it can continue cooking, okay? And then we're gonna go on to step 2. We're gonna put it into the oven now. So while that's going along and cooking, we're gonna create the marinade, the part that's Escovitch, that makes it an Escovitch. I'll let you know what Escovitch really means. So basically, when it comes to the Escovitch, before the refrigeration was introduced back in the day, this was one way of people preserving their foods. The acidicness of the vinegar and all of the special vegetables and herbs that you would put in here, the vinegar basically would preserve it. Usually people would fry the fish, then they would make this contraption that consists of vinegar, peppers, onions, a lot of the same stuff I got here, but I'm putting a little twist to it since mine is being grilled, okay? What I've got is some grapefruit juice, some orange juice, I've got some vinegar, and I've also got some lime juice. So as you can see, this is what I'm gonna have flavoring up my my marinade with. This is gonna be poured over the fish. But before we do all that, what I got here is some julienne carrots, some onions, and some peppers. We're gonna make it nice and pretty. I'm gonna add some red peppers to this as well. So let's cut that up. This is gonna be oh so flavorful. I love me a nice Escovitch fish. And this particular way, the way I'm doing it, it gives it, you know, it reminds you of the original Escovitch fish, but it got a little extraness to it. Of course, I always got to bring a little extra element to what I'm doing, right? Now, a nice Escovitch fish would not be an Escovitch fish without some bay leaf and pimento seeds, right? What I got here, allspice berries, okay? From the allspice tree, the pimento tree. What I like to do, I like to put in the berries whole, and I like to crush at least 2 or 3 of them for extra burst of flavor. Just like that. Put that in there. Also, we got some fresh garlic. I'm gonna smash my garlic and put that in here as well. So what this is here doing, this is here creating more like a brine, so to speak. A nice vinegary. The smell of it, the punginess of it. Oh, I love this smell. Woo, smells so good. Bringing this here to a boil. Like I said, it smells so good. We're gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Gotta make it taste good, right? Just a little. Clean this up a little bit. Got my lime here. Also, we're gonna add some fresh thyme. You can just put it inside, but what I like to do is, this is optional. This is just something I like to do. I got me a piece of twine, and I'm gonna wrap my fresh thyme with this twine. The reason I'm doing this is, when it's time to serve it, I can fish it out very easily, because thyme have a lot of woodsy stem that's a little tough. I don't want that to be part of the eating process when I'm getting ready to get done eating this. So I'm gonna put this in here, and this is simmering very good. So what you're looking for here as well, we're gonna add a little bit of oil to lubricate it just a touch bit. Looking good, smelling good. Let me show you what this looks like. While this is going on, I'm gonna introduce a little bit of heat. Scotch bonnet we know is very spicy. I'm not gonna cut it up. All I'm gonna do is prick a little bit of a slit right here. I'm gonna do 2 of them, and it's gonna release very slowly. I'm gonna drop it in there. You think it's gonna overpower it? It's not, because the seeds, the membranes inside is where all that heat comes from. But with the way I just did it, it's not gonna overkill it. It's gonna give it a nice release of heat to really make this come together. This is coming along very, very good. Smelling amazing. I'm gonna give it a little taste. Oh yes. Ah, woo! This here is coming along so good. Let me get you guys take a look at this here, okay? As you saw, the carrots, the peppers, the onions, everything is nice and limp, and this is ready. We're gonna turn this off. Now we're gonna look at our fish to see what our fish is looking like. We're gonna go back in the oven and get the fish. Oh yes, this fish is done. The way you can tell if your fish is done, it got a firm touch to it. If you're not sure, you can always peek inside, or you can have your internal thermometer and cook it to like 145 degrees. Once it registered at 145, you know it's cooked. So this fish is smelling great on the grill pan. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna introduce this to this. I'm gonna take a container. Let's work this off here. Got me a nice little container right here. Put this in the back. Oh, see that? So this mixture right here, we're gonna pour it over this fish. Woo! Look at this. Basically what we're doing, we're gonna let this marinate for about 4 hours, or even if it's overnight, it tastes even better. The smell, the aroma Ooh, my goodness. We're gonna let it sit for about 4 minutes. Sorry, 4 hours. But for the magic of, for you guys, I've got one prepared already. Okay? So here we go. So I'm gonna cover this one and set it aside. I've got one that's been sitting for 4 hours already. Let me grab that. Look at that. It's been sitting, absorbing all of this pickle juice, these flavors. And it looks really, really good. We're gonna baste it some more. So let's unveil this and give it a taste and see what this is looking like. I got one more step I'm gonna add to this to even elevate it even more with flavor. These are one of the dishes, one of my favorite go-to dishes when people wanted a plated dinner. We can do this in a plated dinner for a catering business, and it's a big, big seller, big, big hit. Very flavorful, very, very flavorful. So, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna grab a plate. We're gonna start plating this up. Oh yes. So I'm gonna put, like I said, I got one more step. I'm gonna take this fish out. Woo, man. Smells so good, nice and moist. Feels very moist. Oh, now, before I start putting this over here, Escovitch fish, you usually don't have a sauce with it, but this sauce is so flavorful, I like to kick it up another notch. What I do is this. I take the pickling liquid, put it into a pan, right? And then, I'm gonna make it nice and buttery by adding some butter to this. And I will work this butter in, making a nice little, so to speak, maybe a little butter sauce. So you can stick to this, and it's gonna be so, so good. While the butter is there simmering down, we're gonna continue stirring it. I'm gonna add some fresh thyme to it. See where I'm going with this? This is gonna be so good. Yes. Let me show you guys what this look like. Don't that look amazing? Woo, man. The butter is nicely melted. We got the fresh herbs. You know, I like to add my fresh herbs at the end to get that fresh burst of flavor. Let's continue plating this up. This is gonna look like this. So we got a piece of grilled fish that's been sitting in that pickle juice marinade contraption here that we made up. You remember I told you about the thyme, how I like to tie it up so I can fish it out very easily. We're not gonna serve that. Now all of these items here, these pickled vegetables, they're all edible, and you do not want to miss. I've got a piece of bay leaf in here. Oh, look at this. Put this on here. Woo! The smell. Yo! This is nice. So, I got that on here. That sauce that I just made, we're gonna just drizzle this over on top. Look at that. What y'all think? We got a winner here, baby. That's right. Let me give this a taste. Turn this off. Pull this up. Pull up on me with this. The smell. Woo-wee. Smells amazing. So we're gonna dive in and give this here a little taste and see what we're working with. Oh. Hold up, I'm so sorry. Let me get in here again. Wow. Let me tell you. This pickled citrus, not vinegary, is citrusy. With the grapefruit juice, the orange juice, and we put some vinegar and we put some lime juice. All of that working together. Cook down with these vegetables and the seasoning, the allspice, the garlic, the fresh thyme, the bay leaf. And we let that fish, that grilled fish, soak in that for about 4 hours, absorbing all of that flavor. This right here, this is a winner. You gotta try this here next time you're cooking, okay? And please tag me and let me know how it came out. Put a picture on here as well, so you can share it with us. Whoa! Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video. Hit that notification bell so you know every time we are uploading a brand new video. Every week we'll be uploading a brand new one to have a lot of fun, good cooking tips, tricks. See you next time. Cheers.